Hi everybody, welcome to TCM Talk.
Hi everybody. Thanks for joining us. Just trying to come on. There we are.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hi, welcome. I am Denise Chiquito, licensed acupuncturist and Chinese herbalist.
And I'm Kirsten Cowan, licensed acupuncturist and herbalist.
And welcome to our skincare edition, second part of our skincare edition of TCM Talk. I'm going to try to move the camera a little bit. There we go. So today I wanted to talk about some basic information about how we look at skin conditions in Chinese medicine, and try to keep it really simple. If you have any questions, please ask us as we're going along. And also the next scope we do, the second scope, will be all about viewer mail. So if you want to hold your questions till then, you can do that as well. Before we start, let's mention that you can get all of our information about these scopes, all of our scopes, at bit.ly/periscope pins, right, Kirsten?
Yes.
And that will include the replays of our periscopes as well. And let's get started. Is there anything else I'm forgetting about?
I think that's it. Take it away, Denise.
All right. Thanks for watching us now. Thanks for watching us on the replay. Welcome to Periscope and TCM Talk. So in Chinese medicine, we, rather than looking at skin conditions by what they're called in Western medicine, like rosacea, acne, eczema, psoriasis, we look at them based on how they present with the person. Thanks for the hearts. And that includes, we'll look at the causes from a perspective of things like redness. Redness is an indication of heat in the body, and if there's yellow or white pus, that will indicate dampness. The yellow indicates, this is a real fun one, guys. Don't be eating or drinking while we talk about all this stuff today. So yellow or white pus indicates dampness in the body, and yellow is also heat, as well as the red skin. And then itchiness and a rash that spreads really quickly is also, we would say that that's caused by wind, or it can be blood heat, depending on the condition. And dry skin as well can be caused either by what we call blood deficiency. It can be caused by external environments of dryness, especially in dry places, and autumn is a really big, autumn and winter are really big times of the year when we see a lot more dryness conditions from environmental things going on outside. But it can also be related to what's going on inside the body. So we might see what we call in Chinese medicine blood deficiency or yin deficiency, causing dry skin as well. And then, so for it's also going to say, oh yeah, there can be an emotional component that Kirsten was reminding me about before we did the Periscope, and it can be sort of, you were saying, like a cycle.
Absolutely.
If you want to explain that for our viewers.
Yeah. So we especially see this with itching. If you've ever started to itch just when you think about something itchy, or you think
Try
about
it right now.
Hear the sound of mosquitoes, you'll find yourself itching. So when we treat itching in traditional Chinese medicine, part of the treatment is always to calm the emotions, to calm the spirit, as we think of it. And with most skin conditions, there often is a psycho-emotional kind of component that we would, how we would understand it in Western terms. So when you're getting treated holistically by a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, they're going to treat, your skin externally, they're going to treat your internal environment, and they're also going to be looking at helping you be calm and feel balanced, so that your emotional state is not impacting your skin. And also our skin, especially our face, I think we all know this, really impacts us emotionally. So when you have stuff going on with your skin, it's hard not to experience emotional side effects from that. So we really, in Chinese medicine, look at treating the whole person, and that is part of it. That's very important with skincare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I wanted to give you some, I think I want to do this part now, environmental do's and don'ts, things that you can help with yourself to do is to, if you have an allergy to something, if you know you have an allergy to something, if it's jewelry, if it's a plant in your house, if you really love your cat, but you know you're allergic when you rub up your face against your cat, maybe that's not such a good idea if you get skin reactions. And also, it can be beauty products. Kirsten had done, she's done a couple of articles about detoxing your bathroom, right?
Yeah, exactly. We think a lot about, a detox would be good for our skin. And I agree with that. But where you really want to start actually is on your bathroom counter or in your medicine cabinet, because there are so many chemicals in conventional skincare products of all kinds, especially fragrances that a lot of people have skin reactions to. It's one of the first things I think we probably would both recommend to anyone who comes in with sudden or unexplained skin issues is remove all those conventional skincare products, laundry detergents, fragrances, which are really affect a lot of people in a way that shows up in the skin immediately.
Right, and think about what have you changed recently? New laundry detergent, new soap, new face soap, new shampoo, anything like that, or new cosmetics that you've just started. If your skin condition, we always try to ask you, when you say, oh, this condition started 2 months ago, well, what changed 2 months ago in your life? And we go from there. It can be emotional, it can be environmental, it can be dietary, and we'll talk a little bit more about the dietary stuff in a few minutes. I just wanted to say that there are Chinese medicine herbal formulas that are good for different skin conditions. And I'm not going to tell you what they are here because they can be very specific to different skin conditions, and your acupuncturist will let you know which is best for you. So that's the most important thing, is to get information from a licensed acupuncturist about the herbal formulas that are right for your skin condition. Besides acupuncture and herbs, there's also gua sha. Kirsten did a demo on the last Periscope of facial gua sha using her oils. You can also, if your acupuncturist thinks it's indicated, your acupuncturist can show you how to have somebody do gua sha on your back, which will help with some skin conditions. But I don't want to say everybody should go out and do gua sha on themselves, because if your skin condition is everywhere, you don't want to be scraping over a breakout of any kind. Yeah. So that's important. So I would say, not even when in doubt, just before you try something, ask your acupuncturist and Chinese herbalist for recommendation. Kirsten also showed in the last Periscope about doing the facial cleansing. And if you want to talk a little bit about that, and also about angelic and peony products that are good for skincare?
Yeah, absolutely. So as well as being a licensed acupuncturist and herbalist, I am the creator of a skincare and healthcare line called Angelica and Peony. And one of my goals is to bring some of these really effective herbal treatments for common skin issues or conditions that we might all face, and make them, pretty easily accessible. So in particular, I have a Serenity skin scrub or mask, which is a combination of 2 Chinese herbs, Tu Fu Ling and Yi Ren, which are really great for breakout prone skin. We call it treating dampness in the skin. So if you've got oily skin with breakouts, whiteheads, really, really effective for that. Can be used anywhere on the body if you're getting acne, things like that.
Acne.
Acne, I know, what a great term. And then also, I think Denise might have mentioned my 3-in-1 serum, which is also for oily, prone, or troubled skin. I have a lot of clients with rosacea who like to use it as a moisturizer or cleanser. And it has a base of a calendula infusion, actually infused into sunflower oil, which itself has anti-acne properties. We don't always think of that in terms of an oil being beneficial for oily skin, but in fact they can be. And the other components in the plant, that are part of the oil can have different types of healing effects. So those are just two of the products that I carry that are especially good for oily and acne prone skin.
And you also have the other serums that are good for dry skin, right?
Exactly,
Is it
yeah. Nourishing,
serum?
which is good for very dry, mature skin, and regenerating, which is great for fine lines, spotting, sun damage, and in general encourages skin turnover and renewal.
Great.
Yeah,
And you can find out about that on angelicaandpeony.com.
exactly.
Kirsten's website. One more thing before we go from this Periscope I want to touch on is food, and you may have known that this was coming. So in Chinese medicine, the lungs and the large intestine are paired, so they're paired organs, and what that means as far as your skin goes is that what you put in shows up on your skin. It's that what you are, what you eat thing shows up. If you eat sugar, greasy foods, fried foods, lots of dairy, it doesn't agree with your system, it's going to show, it possibly will show up on your skin. So the biggest culprits to think about if you're having any problems with your skin to go to are, thinking about cutting back on dairy, white flour, white sugar, and there's one more. There are 4 whites.
What else is white?
Dairy, white flour, white sugar.
Salt.
Salt. Yes, salt is also white. Those are the 4 whites that a very famous Chinese acupuncturist and herbalist, Jeffrey Yuen, talks about to modify for any kind of inflammation in the body in general. So not just for skin conditions, but also for pain conditions. It's really good for I'm never going to tell somebody to give up something altogether, because that may make them binge later on. I want people to enjoy food. That's really important. But think about, for example, if you have, if you've got oily and problem skin, foods that you can add, as well as taking out the foods we mentioned, would be things like adzuki beans. You can add to your diet green tea, lemon, buckwheat tea, daikon, mustard leaf, pumpkin, scallion, celery, garlic, onion, radish, turnip, daikon, horseradish, kelp, oats, pear, turnip greens, apples. That's a whole lot of things to add into your diet. When, I'm telling you, it's probably a good thing to cut back on those 4 things, the other 4 things. So we have lots more that will be up on our Pinterest board in the next couple of days, I hope, about other skin conditions and foods that are recommended to help heal the skin. And in also on a Periscope board, we have a recipe for bone broth, which is really good. High in collagen and great for the skin, healing the skin and the digestive tract, so lung and large intestine together again. And then there's also a recipe from Deborah Leggett's Recipes for Self-Healing, a pumpkin adzuki bean stew, which I'll have up on in an article soon on our Pinterest board. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with viewer mail.
Yeah. See you soon. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.